It's your daily dose of corporates and markets. You're watching Corporate Central. I'm Shrestha Tiwari. Over to the day's big corporate stories. First up is Reliance Industries and BP have confirmed the commencement of production from the MJ field in the KG D6 block off the east coast. The field represents the last of the three major new deep-water wells from where gas is being produced, and together the three fields are expected to produce around 30 million standard cubic meters of gas a day at peak. This will be around one-third of India's gas production and meet about 15% of India's demand. Meanwhile, rivalry between two of the country's best-known retailers, Reliance Retail-Nykaa, is beginning to play out in multiple categories. After Reliance Retail stepped into the beauty retail space in April with Tyra, an online and offline beauty destination to counter Nykaa, the country's largest organized retailer has set its sights on the women's innerwear market. Around 60 to 70% of the $6 billion innerwear market in India is unorganized. In another news relating to RIL, SEBI has held Reliance Strategic Investments, a subsidiary of Reliance Industries, guilty of manipulation while trading in long-dated Nifty options in 2017 and has imposed a fine of 7 lakh rupees. The penalty has to be paid in 45 days. Vedanta on Friday said that it will conduct a strategic review of its steel and steel raw material businesses. In a regulatory filing, the company has said that it has also engaged advisors to assist in this review. It has initiated a strategic review of its steel and steel raw materials businesses, even as the group is looking for fresh funds to meet its debt obligations. In more news, SEBI has imposed a penalty of 30 lakh rupees on Vedanta for breaching disclosure norms. Vedanta misrepresented its entry into the semiconductor business, which in turn had a significant impact on its share prices, the regulator has said. In a 24-page order, SEBI said that the act of Vedanta to carry news not pertaining to its operations on the website leads to providing misleading information to the investors of the public limited company. Securities and Exchange Board of India imposed a 4 lakh rupees fine on Zee Entertainment Enterprises, a promoter Psychwater, for certain disclosure lapses. The promoter was penalized for failing to make adequate disclosures regarding certain trades in shares of Zee. The discrepancies in disclosure came to light after SEBI conducted an examination of trading in Zee shares by the entity to ascertain any possible violations of insider trading norms during the period from January 1st to December 26, 2019. SEBI made it clear that the company had also violated mandatory disclosure requirement under Prohibition of Insider Trading regulations and SAST regulations. SAST refers to substantial acquisition of shares and takeovers. The regulator said that such grave violations cannot be termed merely technical and venial. The Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank has not filed a statement of financial transactions pertaining to cash deposits of over 2,700 crore rupees involving more than 10,000 accounts, the Income Tax Department has said. The department said that during verification at the bank to address reporting entity compliance issues, officials also found discrepancies in specified credit card payments involving a total transactions worth 110 crore rupees, dividend distribution of more than 200 crore rupees and shares issued for over 600 crore rupees. Further, SFTs filed by the bank were found incomplete in several respects. The bank had failed to report major transactions that included interest payment of more than 500 crore rupees, time deposits, cash deposits and withdrawals in current accounts. After announcing that it will launch the initial public offering of its subsidiary Aakash by mid next year, media reports are suggesting that edtech giant Byju's is now looking to raise funds by selling part stake in Aakash. According to media reports, Byju's parent firm Think and Learn is planning to sell almost 20% stake in the company. The edtech giant holds a 70% stake in the company, and the news comes in the midst of buzz that Byju's is close to raising $1 billion from investors. As per reports, this can happen in a week or 10 days or even take a month. Lenders are in talks with Hazel Mercantile, the highest bidder for bankrupt Reliance Naval and Engineering, to extend the deadline for payment of 263 crore rupees cash upfront for the company. If talks fail, then the lenders plan to move the National Company Law Tribunal to seek further directions to re-auction the asset. Hazel has time until July 23rd to pay the cash upfront according to the NCLT order in March this year. Hazel had bid 2,100 crore rupees for RNEL after the Anil Ambani Group company defaulted on loans of 13,000 crore rupees. Of this, it was to pay 263 crore rupees upfront by March and the balance in installments over 5 years. The consortium has so far deposited 30 crore rupees according to the directions of NCLT Ahmedabad. June has come to a close, signaling the end of the first half of 2023. However, the funding winter that has gripped Indian startups since last year continues, with the new age tech companies securing only $5.5 billion across 549 rounds in the first 6 months of the year. The funding landscape for startups witnessed a 72% drop compared to the previous year. In H1 2022, $19.5 billion was raised across 1,576 funding rounds. And in comparison to the second half of 2022, when the funding winter took hold, investments have further declined by 23%. From corporates, now moving on to those stocks that were in news and making headlines for the day, and also analyze the reasons behind it. The stock of Gujarat Gas, the country's largest company related to gas distribution business, jumped up to 6% in intraday trade on Monday. During the day, the stock touched a high of 492 rupees and closed with a gain of about 2.25%. The reason behind this jump was the increase in the import duty on propane. The duty has been increased from 2.75% to 19.25%. Due to increase in import duty, propane prices are expected to increase by about 5 to 6 per SCM, that is standard cubic meter, in Morbi area of Gujarat. The important thing is that this price hike will eliminate the cost advantage of propane which customers had against PNG of Gujarat Gas. Before the increase in the import duty, the price of propane was 32 to 33 rupees per SCM, while the PNG price of Gujarat Gas was 38.6 rupees per SCM. Gujarat Gas has about 14,000 commercial industrial customers, most of whom are in Morbi, and this move is expected to increase the company's volume as well. The stock of Apollo Tyres, the country's largest tyre company, has declined up to 2.5% on Monday. At the same time, the share also fell to 396 rupees, although the stock closed with a weakness of 2.14%. The stock has declined due to the downgrade from Morgan Stanley, which has reduced the rating of the stock from overweight to equal weight and has set a target of 425 rupees on the stock. Morgan Stanley believes that the company is on track to meet its ROCE targets, but all positives are priced in, that is, all positives shares are discounted. The stock of Bombay Stock Exchange, that is BSE, registered a jump of more than 10% on Monday. The stock had jumped up to 675 rupees in the intraday. However, the closing took place around 668 rupees with a gain of around 10%. The reason behind the enthusiasm in the stock is the news related to the buyback that came during the trading session, according to information given to the NSE. The board meeting of BSE is going to be held on July 6th, in which buyback will be considered. The rest of the information regarding this buyback proposal has not been shared yet. If the board approves, then there will be a buyback of shares from BSE for the first time in 4 years. Not only this, in 2022, BSE had also announced a bonus issue of 2:1. The stock of Ultratech Cement, the country's largest cement producer, has seen a jump of up to 2.5% on Monday. The stock touched a high of 8,499 rupees during the day, which is the highest level recorded by the stock. The company has released the business update in the June quarter, and due to which the demand for cement is looking strong. The company's consolidated sales in the June quarter grew 20% year-on-year to 29.96 million tonne. The company's India sales have increased by 20% to 29.01 million tonnes. In Q1 of FY24, the capacity utilization of the company has been around 90%, that is 90% of the total capacity of the company is being utilized. Citi has also advised to buy on this stock with a target of 9,050 rupees. On the other hand, Axis Securities has also initiated coverage with a buy opinion and has given a target of 9,350 rupees on the stock. Mazagon Docks stock saw a jump of 8.8% on Monday. The stock touched a record high of 1,342 rupees during the day. By the way, this company has a listing history of less than 3 years. However, profit booking from higher levels dominated and the stock closed with a gain of only 3.25%. Magazon Dock has tied up with the Indian Navy for an order worth 2,724.63 crore rupees. This agreement is related to the restoration of the submarine named INS Shankush. After restoration, the company has to deliver this submarine by 2026. The order book of this company is very strong. Currently, it is around 1 lakh crore rupees, which is more than 10 times the company's FY23 annual income. Well, that was all about corporates and markets for the day. Moving on to some important corporate events and triggers which could make big market impacts. Let's take a look. Watch out on July 4th, day 3 of PKH Ventures IPO. 5% it was filled. The IPO was filled 5% by 5 p.m. on day 2. Price band was fixed at 140 to 148 rupees per share. And IPO of Senco Gold will open, and the price band was fixed at 301 to 317 rupees per share, which closes on July 6th. HMA Agro's IPO will be listed and issue price of IPO is fixed at 585 rupees. IPO was subscribed 1.62 times. Also, ex-date of 1:2 bonus issue of Kansai Nerolac to take place. And July 4th, globally, US markets will remain closed as it is the Independence Day. That is all tonight on Corporate Central. For more personal finance updates, log on to Money9's website and Money9 app. Keep watching Money9.